Today I'm reviewing the ULTIMEA Skywave X50 5.1.4 channel wireless surround sound system. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've lived with this setup in a regular living room, streaming movies, TV shows, music, and gaming, over several sessions. These impressions come from everyday use rather than just reading specs. Let's set expectations early. This system is not a simple single soundbar with virtual effects. If you're only after a small bump over built-in TV speakers, a basic bar will do that cheaper. What this system is built for is a more immersive surround experience without a separate AV receiver or tangled wiring. In practical use, the 5.1.4 layout with real wireless surrounds and height channels adds a noticeable sense of space compared to most standard bars. Atmos-enabled content feels layered, overhead ambience comes through with directionality, and side/rear effects during action scenes feel more integrated rather than just simulated front-firing enhancements. It doesn't quite match a full separate theater system with ceiling or Dolby-enabled speakers mounted high, but it's a meaningful step up from simpler arrays. Dialogue clarity stays solid. Everyday TV shows, news, and conversations in films remain easy to follow without chasing the remote for volume when music or effects pop up. That steadiness matters in mixed content and keeps listening comfortable across different genres. The included wireless surrounds make a difference. They actually add depth behind you rather than relying entirely on acoustic tricks. For gaming and cinematic scenes, objects moving around the space feel more defined than in bars that only mimic surround. The 8" wireless subwoofer delivers low end that's present and controlled. You get weight and explosions and musical bass lines without muddiness or boom that overwhelms the rest of the mix. It won't shake foundations like high-end dedicated subs, but in a typical medium room it feels proportionate and tight rather than sloppy. Setup was straightforward. Wireless connectivity between the bar, surrounds, and sub stayed reliable across sessions without dropouts or sync issues. HDMI handled full bandwidth audio from my TV and consoles without needing extra adapters or confusing switches. Now limitations. Height effects depend on both content and room acoustics. Very high ceilings soften overhead cues, and not all streaming apps deliver full Atmos mixes on every title. You'll notice the most spacious results on well-mixed Dolby Atmos movies and select games. While bass presence is good for the category, audiophiles or heavy home theater enthusiasts may still want larger dedicated subwoofers for very deep, chest-shaking impact. This system leans toward a balanced, controlled profile rather than maximum low-end SPL. Compared to simple stereo or 3-channel bars, this feels much more immersive. Compared to a full separate AVR setup with discrete amps and speakers, you trade some absolute customization and tuning flexibility for simplicity and cleaner integration. So who does this make sense for? People who want real surround presence without running speaker wires across the room. Viewers who mix movies, series, and gaming content and want clearer spatial placement. Users who want strong bass without bulky separate components dominating the space. It's less compelling for those seeking ultra-deep low-end or reference-level theater output with complex calibration. Here's the bottom line. For an immersive, wireless surround system that balances spatial depth, dialogue clarity, and ease of setup, the ULTIMEA Skywave X50 delivers measured performance that feels genuinely upgraded compared to basic bars. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.